This is the Acropolis. The word means high city. And in ancient Greece, it was just that, the spiritual and cultural heart of Athens, rising over 150 meters above sea level. But the Acropolis wasn't built in a single moment. It evolved over centuries, shaped by kings, architects, artists, and war. Its story is one of glory, destruction, and rebirth. The most iconic structures we see today were built during the 5th century BC, in what historians call the Golden Age of Athens, under the visionary leadership of Pericles. Emerging from the Persian Wars, Athens was determined to show the world its resilience, wisdom, and cultural supremacy. And so, from the white marble of Mount Pentelicus, the Athenians sculpted temples to honor their gods and their greatness. At the center of it all stands the Parthenon. The Parthenon, dedicated to Athena Parthenos, the city's patron goddess, is the crown jewel of the Acropolis. Completed in just 9 years, a marvel of ancient engineering, the temple was more than a place of worship. It was a declaration. Perfect proportions, subtle curves, columns that lean ever so slightly inward, designed not by accident but by genius, structure that looks symmetrical to the eye, but defies it in every detail. Inside once stood a colossal statue of Athena, sculpted by Phidias, made of gold and ivory, a goddess watching over her city. But the Parthenon is only the beginning. There is the Erechtheion, with its caryatides, 6 elegant maidens replacing traditional columns, frozen in graceful defiance of time. The Temple of Athena Nike, small but powerful, perched on a bastion overlooking the city, a symbol of victory and hope. In the Propylaea, the monumental gateway that leads pilgrims and philosophers into the sacred space. Each building a masterpiece. Each stone a storyteller. Over 2,000 years, the Acropolis has inspired awe and wonder. For the ancient Greeks, it was a place of refuge, sanctuary where they could connect with the divine amidst the hustle and bustle of the city. It was also a symbol of power, a way of showing the world the wealth and military strength of Athens. During the Golden Age, visitors from all over the known world came to Athens to see the Acropolis and its many wonders. But the Acropolis didn't just stand as a symbol of Athenian power and culture. It was also a practical part of the city. The buildings on the hilltop served a variety of purposes, from religious rituals to political meetings. The Acropolis was also a place of learning and philosophy. Some of the most famous philosophers in history, including Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, taught and debated in the shadow of the Parthenon. The Acropolis has seen a lot of history. In 480 BC, the Persians invaded Attica and destroyed much of Athens. But the Acropolis with its thick marble walls was largely spared. After the war, the Athenians began to rebuild, and the Acropolis became a symbol of their resilience and determination. However, the good times wouldn't last. In 323 BC, after Alexander the Great's death, Greece fell into a period of instability and warfare. The Acropolis was sacked several times, and the buildings suffered significant damage. Still, it remained a place of worship and pilgrimage. As Christianity spread throughout the Roman Empire, the pagan temples on the Acropolis fell out of favor. In the 4th century AD, the Romans converted the Parthenon into a church. The Erechtheion and other buildings were also adapted for Christian worship, but the good times wouldn't last. In 1456, the Ottoman Turks seized Athens, and the Acropolis became a mosque. A minaret was added to the Erechtheion, and the Parthenon housed a Turkish garrison. The end of Byzantine rule in Greece in 1460 marked the beginning of a long and painful period of Ottoman occupation. But even under the Ottomans, the Acropolis remained an important symbol of Greece and its ancient heritage. It was used as a fortress and a mosque, but it also became a popular site for the growing number of Greeks who wanted to reconnect with their ancient roots. The Acropolis continued to deteriorate during Ottoman rule, and by the 17th century, it was in a state of disrepair. 1687, the Republic of Venice attempted to recapture Athens from the Ottomans, but the attack failed. A Venetian cannonball ignited gunpowder stored in the Parthenon, causing the temple to collapse. The explosion killed 300 civilians and destroyed much of the building. From that point on, the Acropolis became an open-air mosque with only one minaret. The other collapsed in an earthquake in 1854, but the world would soon take notice. The The Acropolis was a ruin, but it was still a wonder. In the early 19th century, European intellectuals began to rediscover classical Greece. The Acropolis became a popular destination for travelers. The first organized excavations began in 1829, just 3 years after the Greek War of Independence. The British ambassador to the Ottoman Empire sponsored the work, which uncovered the foundations of the Parthenon. More excavations followed in the 19th and 20th centuries, revealing more of the Acropolis's treasures. The Propylaea, the Temple of Athena Nike, and the Erechtheion were among the sites restored during this time. Today, the Acropolis is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most popular tourist destinations in Greece. Each year, millions of people from around the world come to Athens to marvel at the ancient ruins and explore the birthplace of democracy. The Acropolis has survived war, earthquakes, neglect, and even an accidental explosion. It's a testament to the ingenuity of the ancient Greeks and the importance of preserving our cultural heritage. So next time you find yourself in Athens, be sure to visit the Acropolis and experience the magic for yourself. You can climb to the top of the hillside, wander through the ancient ruins, and imagine what life was like in ancient Greece. Or you can simply sit back, soak up the atmosphere, and marvel at the ingenuity of the ancients. Whatever you do, you're sure to be impressed by the Acropolis, a truly remarkable place that has captured the imagination of the world for centuries. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.